I was asked a question about how I can get my little ones to pray. I'm going to answer that question now. I'll just introduce myself again. My name is Lindsay Murray, and I'm from the blog Four Crowns Catholic Homeschooling at myfourcrowns.wordpress.com. We have four little kids. Our oldest is 8, our youngest is 17 months. We do the daily rosary. We do a lot of prayer time with them. One of my tips is number one, light a candle and the children will come. If you light a candle and put it in a safe place, I guarantee you that all of your little children will come gather around that candle and then you can have some prayer time. You can just start with spontaneous prayers. I feel like as Catholics, we aren't taught how to do spontaneous out loud praying. So I think that that's an important skill to develop and that your kids will learn that from you. You can do the Liturgy of the Hours. I tried that with my four little kids. It was kind of a nightmare. I still want to do that. I'm going to learn about that. You can do the Divine Mercy. If you have EWTN, it is shown on their TV channel at 3 p.m. every day, so you can pray with that. There are a ton of apps. There are a ton of YouTube videos that you can play in the background and the kids can learn how to pray through that. Now, if you do want to do the daily rosary and you have little kids grabbing at you, ripping rosaries apart, we have broken many a rosary in this house. Just start it, light the candle, and then there's a few things you can do. You can either give the child the rosary to hold themselves. It will occupy them maybe for the first decade or so. Another thing you can do is if you have an abacus with the beads that you slide across, they are around $12 at IKEA. You can bring one of those up and they can slide a bead across every time that you do a prayer. If you have to give up halfway through, that's okay. God knows that you tried. God sees that in your heart. It's totally okay. Another thing that we always did is we did it right at bedtime. We had the kids crawl into their beds. We would gently rub their legs or their back as we were kneeling beside their bed, and we prayed quietly and gently in a dark room, and they loved it, and they drifted off to sleep with that. It is really, really, really hard. I have an awesome picture of my husband kneeling, praying the rosary with the family, and our child, who was, I think, 2 at the time, our third child, climbing on his back with his little hands folded in prayer. But he had been climbing all over my husband, it didn't break him. He kept praying. He kept leading our family in prayer while the 2-year-old climbed all over him. But there was this moment where the 2-year-old had his hands praying while leaning on my husband. And it was a beautiful moment. So bring the family together, light a candle, have some images of the saints, of Mary, of Jesus, maybe in front of them. Do it before a crucifix, have the images there. We teach our 3-year-old to just simply say, I love you, God. And he repeats that over and over while we're praying together. I hope some of those tips help. Have a great day.